Hello and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5, Blueprint Mastery, Door Systems and Interactive Portals. Previously, we started with our teleporting door, our level changer. Now, we added a widget fade that when we trigger with the overlapping box, we bring it into existence, we create it and we add it to the viewport, and then we play the animation and play a sound that we spawned, and it's gonna be persistent across level transition. And after a small delay, we opened the new level. And this brings us to discuss about 3 new things that we will encounter. The first thing is the game instance, which is a global class, a class that is being created when we first run the game, and it's being destroyed when we end the game. And I mean end the game by exiting the application. So this is used to hold basically global variables. It's a good way to demonstrate it and how to access it during gameplay, during anytime we want, basically. There is plenty of ways to store this data, a little bit more complex, like player states, and for us, it will be a good example. The other thing I wanted to talk about is a structure. We talked a little bit about structures, that transform is a structure, like if I create a transform variable, is a structure of basically 3 vectors. And if we break it, we can see these 3 vectors. Well, a structure by definition is a custom data type that allows us to group different variables. Right now, this structure had 3 different variables of the same type. Ours will also have 2 variables of the same type, but it is a structure of our own, a variable that contains the information we want to customly containing. So, first of all, we're going to go to Blueprints, we're going to right click, we're going to go to Blueprint tab and select Structure. And we're going to name this ST level change. And it gives us a variable by itself, and let's create another one, and they're going to be of the type a string. Actually, it could be of the type name, but let's leave them string, and we're gonna name this current level, and the other one next level. And this is basically a structure. We could have, for example, another one that says float player health, and another one that says player has ability to jump, or whatever we wanted. It's our structure, our kind of variables. So we're gonna save this, and then we're gonna create. Gonna go to miscellaneous and go to data table. And here it requires pick a row structure. I'm gonna choose our ST level change and press OK. I'm gonna name this DT level change, and let's open it. What is a data table? It's a collection of structured data using the structure that we created, that we selected for it to use. It organizes in row and columns that allows us to easily store, manage and access this kind of data. Each row will be corresponding to one instance of the structure, and it will have its own variables. Let's create a few rows. Actually, we'll need 4. And for row names, we're going to use exit A. Actually, exit A tutorial. Let's say exit A tutorial. And this would be exit B tutorial. And the other one would be exit A transfer. And the other one would be exit B transfer. All right. And I did one mistake. We don't want current level. We want go back to the structure before we do many more changes. We want this to be saying to player start, basically. Player start. Because what we're going to be changing is which player start will be chosen. Like, for example, if I left from player start A, I will go to next level's player start B, or player start A. When I leave from player start B, I will go to next level's player start B, and back and forth. So we will create a loop that I'm going from one door, coming back to the same door that I came from, and choosing a next door, going back to, it's better to show basically. We're gonna be entering from this door, we're gonna be exiting from this door. When we're entering this door, we're gonna be exiting from the last door. Oops, not this one, over here. Let's fill in this information to our data table. It's gonna be player start. When we're selecting each row, we can see down here the row editor, which we can add the information. The next level is gonna be common, but for our more maps, it will be useful. So our next level is tutorial map 2. So everything would have tutorial map 2. Actually, not everything. These ones would have just tutorial map, which is the first one. Yeah, tutorial map. So going from this level, we're going to tutorial map 2. Coming from tutorial map 2, we're coming back to tutorial map. Now, what is this player start that I'm referring to? Let's first fill it and then we're gonna be explaining it. So for the first row, it's gonna be exit A transfer. I'm gonna copy this. The next one is gonna be exit B transfer. And I'm gonna copy actually the names and make this exit B tutorial and this exit A tutorial and this exit B tutorial. All right. Now, the same way we used tags for the player pawn, the same way we can use tags for the player starts. And if we go to the details of the player start, you can see it has a very special object player start tag, which is different than the tags that we have set already. So this would be the start, player start. Now let's duplicate this. Let's add one over here. Let's make it overlap with this, which is the exit. All right, I think this is fine. Then we will have one more over here. And we do need a teleporter here. So I'm gonna just duplicate this and rotate it like this and bring it over here. All right. Let's overlap the player start with the exit. It doesn't really matter the exit, to be honest. All right. And let's do the same for the tutorial map 2. I'm gonna save selected. Now for this map, we also need to set the game mode override. So third person game mode, and we're gonna bring a player start. This looks like kind of huge. Yeah, I'm far away from where I'm supposed to be. All right, so we need two teleporters here too. So we're gonna go to blueprints, doors, level changers, not teleporters. Bring this over here. Right, let's duplicate all this and let's rotate them. Okay, let's compile and save, and let's return to our map. No, we didn't add the tags on these ones, so selecting the first one would be this way. Let's get the tag. The tag is exit A transfer, and the other one would be exit B transfer. I'm copy pasting the names so no mistakes happen. And I think this would be it for this one, and we're gonna continue on the next, binding all this together so it starts making some sense. I'm gonna see you then. Goodbye.